Hey guys, 2G Wolf here, back with a Smash Bros video. This is going to be something a little bit different. As you can see, I am joined by Damoose.
Heyo!
And we are going to put the 2G in Too Good. And what this is going to be... Well, yeah, I will. But what we're going to do here is... I want to start doing Smash tutorials for characters. However... the problem with this is that I feel like you can't truly grasp characters until you start learning them. So I'm going to go ahead and do a couple, well, basically we're just going to go into a battle here with Damoose. And I'm going to basically give the 5 tips that I think are the most useful for Smash. And we'll see if she can apply them to become better. Because
I kind of suck.
Yeah.
I'm not terrible, but I'm definitely not great.
She's not as good as I am. Let's just put it that way. I am using Lucas for the case of showcasing certain points that I want to show. And yeah, let's go into this. And the first thing I want to show you is the rock, paper, scissors of Smash. So, as you see, Damoose just did a dash attack. She goes for another dash attack. For this point, I just want you to kind of showcase. So go for a dash attack on me. Okay, so as you can see there, shield beats out attacks, okay? However, if I shield, grab is going to beat me. Now, if she goes for a grab, all I gotta do is throw out an attack to beat the grab. So, it's very important to know that. However, let's say she's throwing out an attack. Let's go for like a jab or something from a distance. Just like over there. A little bit closer. See, now, because I have a range grab, that's going to beat her. However, if I miss my grab, that leaves a huge opportunity for her to come in. So that is the trade-off with people with ranged grabs. So yeah, know your rock, paper, scissors, and that's also knowing it in the air, alright? So if I'm up in the air, let's stay on the ground. So let's say I'm coming in with a down air. The best way to do that is to shield, as you just saw her do, alright? So she can block that. However, there's some times where I'll fake it and then come in and grab you, so you gotta be careful about that. So knowing that is very important. What else is there? Also, air dodges are great. However, it is a total opportunity to, hey, come and hit me once I'm done doing my air dodge. So be careful of that. And never air dodge into the ground. Never do that. So, air dodge into the ground, it's bad. Anyway, I'm getting up here on damage, so I'm going to start getting serious as I'm going into my next point. And my next point is to watch your opponent. So, in this, it's very simple. It just means pick up what your opponent is doing and watch what they're doing. If they like, for instance, going to a down throw into an up air, get ready to avoid that. Or a down... God, my Lucas is rusty. So this, basically what this means is look for rolls. They're trying to constantly jump off the stage and dunk you. Look out for that. So... And, yep, yeah, I went into a smash. Alright. Wow. Die.
Jabs, right? Oh, that back throw! Ah!
Yeah, Lucas's back throw is good. Which kind of, so yeah, basically just look out for things that your opponent's doing. So, like, I'm constantly whacking her with a stick. Let's see if she learns from this. Not really. I think the biggest thing is that for her to pick up on, and we'll see if she catches onto it, is, let's say I'm getting predictable here. Yeah, I went off stage there. So I'm continually back throwing her off the stage and going for it. So what that means is she needs to adapt to that. Let's see if she can figure out how to counter me just constantly throwing her off stage. Okay, see, she got patient there and she waited. So yeah, see, adjusting to your opponent. Another thing is, for instance, See, she threw out an attack. Want to roll behind her, attack. Roll behind, attack. This is something people do constantly. Oh, that would have been cool if I didn't do your TNT. I was looking for the roll up on stage. That's the other thing you want to look for, is when you're watching your opponent. Pay attention to how they get back on stage. Because that will... There's different ways of getting on stage. So, for instance, I can do a get-up attack. This would grab the edge. And jump on stage. Or, I can do a get-up, just standard get-up without anything. Like that. Or I can roll on stage. So there's different things you can do. So mix up the way you get on stage. Some options are better with certain characters. So figuring out which one works really well is useful. Also, this is something else you might see a lot from Ness and Lucas players.
Stop!
So learning how to adjust to spam would be a good thing. Which is going to bring me into my second point, is avoid autopiloting, okay? I call it autopiloting, and what that basically means is make sure when you throw out a move, there's a reason you're doing it. Don't just instantly go to certain moves or whatnot just because you can. And don't get angry. Avoid the rage, because what happens is when you get angry, you stop thinking about what you're doing. Oops, and I killed myself. But when you get angry, basically what happens is you stop thinking about what you're doing, and you'll go into that autopilot. And what happens is you become predictable because you're not changing up your playstyle. So see, like, for instance, I'm not a Lucas main, so I'm gonna have to learn how to mix up with Lucas here. Yeah, see, she saw that air dodge coming because it was obvious. But something I could do is jump and then fake her out. So you gotta look for mix-ups like that. So that's just reading your opponent there and kind of mixing things up and avoiding the autopilot. So I jumped to get her to air dodge and then forward smash for the fake out. So it's like, don't just throw things out just because. I need to start using neutral air with Lucas more. I'm not a Lucas player, so I just picked him for the sake of showing off the grabs. And another thing to look out for is to know the characters. So with Lucas, you're gonna know they're gonna want to spam that PK fire. So you gotta find a way to adjust to that. Okay, or at this point right now, she's kind of spamming the discs. So I need to figure out a way to counter that. So with projectiles, the best thing you can... Wow, see? She's adjusting already. Look at that. So with projectiles, if she's spamming her projectiles, you gotta know how to deal with those. So there's a couple options. The best thing you can do is shield them, move in close, and then go for your attack. Or you can even jump over them and then close in on your opponent that way.
Okay, I'm gonna let the top use.
Yeah. So learning things like that, and then also knowing the characters. So I'm Lucas. I have a very, very good back throw. So if I start sitting here, you're not going to want to come to me because you know I'm going to back throw you. So yeah, see, now she's trying to find ways to get me away from that edge so I don't back throw her. See, so she's looking out for it now. So that's another thing I mean by know your characters. Know what they go for, and if you're not sure what the character likes to do, there's this wonderful thing called YouTube, and you're probably watching it right now. And there's a bunch of tutorials on how to play certain characters and what those characters do and what they generally go for. So just watch other people play, and you can kind of learn which characters like to go for what. So if there's a character you're struggling with, for instance Lucas, because he spams his PK fire constantly, find ways around that. For instance, PK fire with both Ness and Lucas dissipates when it hits a shield. So if I go to throw that, he's not letting me throw it out. But if I go to throw this out at her and she shields, it just dissipates. There's no extra shenanigans that normally happen with those guys. She's getting cocky.
I did it earlier, you just didn't notice.
No, I noticed when you did it earlier, but now you're just getting cocky for the sake of getting cocky. So.
I feel like it. I'm not against the rules or anything.
And that's something I like doing, is trying to get your opponent mad by taunting. Because when you get them mad, it brings them to that rage stage, and it gets them to autopilot. Oh god. I gotta get better at that. Neutral air. There we go.
Leave me alone.
I would, but no.
Ow!
Bounce that right back at you. Roll
You
into
didn't
that.
see me.
Oh, I went into that one too. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to start doing this. Start using the pocket snake. My trouser snake. Yeah, that's what it's called. It's a trouser snake.
I'm scared. Should I be? I think so. Ow! The bat!
So, let's see. What was the other thing I was going to bring up?
Just kill yourself.
Know the characters. Oh, yeah. And definitely, you gotta play and practice. So, you gotta just kind of practice and play. This
Even
is
if you're terrible. I mean,
this is where Demoose probably... This is why Demoose sucks as bad as she does. Because she doesn't play as much as I do.
It's your game.
Yeah, because it's my game. You just don't play the game often. So, you have to play to get better. So, that's kind of where Moose has issues with Smash, is because she doesn't play as often as I do. So, nothing against her, she just hasn't put as much time in as I have. If she did, she'd probably be able to kill me a little bit more than, what, 4 times in the video?
It's only 4?
I think it was only, I don't know, we'll have to go back
I
and
mean,
count.
you killed yourself.
Yeah, well, I don't count me killing myself.
Oh.
Plus, you had a lot of damage on me on that first one.
Ow! That was
Ooh.
a nice move. but-
That was a really good combo. Wow. I see why people use Lucas now.
Leave me alone.
Even though I hate fighting with these players.
Oh. Keep your snake in your pocket.
Whack. Oh, grabbed the egg instead. Anyway, I hope these little bits of advice kind of help you. They're just some things that have kind of helped me become a better player. So, one, just to recap, know the rock, paper, scissors to Smash. Look for what your opponent does. If they like rolling behind you, look for that.
Oh, that's bad. No!
Watch your opponent. So, for instance, she up-beat onto the stage, which generally isn't the best idea. You normally,
Especially not with Duck Hunt, he's terrible.
yeah, normally you'll want to recover to the edge. It's the best way to go. And then, yeah, avoid autopilot. So pay attention when you throw out something. Make sure there's a reason you're doing it. Just don't throw things out for the sake of throwing them out, because otherwise you're going to get punished for it. You will.
I know I will, but...
There it is. And then know the characters. So, like I said, if there's a character you don't know how to play, or you don't know what they normally like going for, Google it. Figure out what those characters like doing. There's some characters that really like going for grabs. So the characters that like to grab, you're going to want to throw out attacks more often against them. Characters that benefit from shielding, like Ganondorf and Bowser, so they like blocking your attacks and then capitalizing on them. You'll probably want to be a little more grabby against those characters. And then, you know, just kind of pay attention to what your opponent likes doing. For instance, rolling. Most characters have a really good down smash to counter people who like to roll behind you. So, using that to your advantage.
I roll a lot. Bad.
Back throw. Nope. Oops. And that's why I'm not a Lucas main right there. Anyway, and then make sure you play and practice. And don't get mad if you lose. Losing is okay. You learn from losing. You can go back, watch your mistakes.
That's me. I lose all
Honestly,
the time.
honestly, watching people play Smash actually makes you better, or at least it did for me, because I learned what characters like to do, how they like to do it, and yeah, so I'll give you a little more tutorials later on the characters and how to beat them and play them and all that sort of thing. But this was just kind of the intro for that, and so hopefully you guys found this video useful. And yeah, some more Smash tutorials to come, so, and they'll be character specific. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and catch y'all later.
Bye-bye. Get that final kill, man.
Oh, you want to go for a final kill? Alright, here we go.
No, I meant me kill you one last time. No. Now you're concentrating on me and not talking. It's gonna hurt. Me, not you.
There it is. Alright guys, 2G Wolf out.